Today, I would like to begin with round 33. The title of today is the Benevolent Activity, Reincarnation, Cause and Effect, and UFO. The benevolent activity is the best one which can discard the karma of a person, paid karma of a person, and the theory of reincarnation as well as the law of cause and effect is the unmovable truth of the universe. There are quite a lot of planets in the galaxy, and the UFOs come to the Earth every day from the planets where the civilization has been developed greatly. Then now, let's continue to talk about the contents which we considered last week. The following is the continuation of the last week. If one knows this sort of principle, who can commit any bad deed? Rather, everyone wants to do good for saving his good karma. Of course, if this sort of comprehension or wishes to be connected with any direct conduct, the understanding should not be any conceptual one, but agony attached bodily recognition. Furthermore, both Buddha and Jesus Christ taught people one step further from this. That is, when you do any benevolent deed, don't have any idea that you do good. Or, when your left hand does any good deed, do it secretly, for the right hand not to know it. In other words, it means that when you do any benevolent deed, you may as well do it without thinking of any repay, and it is good to do it even without thinking that you do it. 무의자연, in Korean, 무의자연. As a matter of fact, when you do any benevolent deed without thinking that you do, it is true and genuine deed which gives you good karma. Ultimately, when you understand that all of the things around you and you are the same, then what you do, any benevolent deed for other people, is the deed for yourself at last. And when you do any bad deed which do harm to other people, it is the very deed which will do harm to you at last. Anyhow, the fact that you understand this concept of the cause and effect and welcome it will be the basis for your spirit to advance to the higher steps in the future. By the way, when we see many religious believers who are addicted to and brainwashed by some of the doctrine, we can think that the earth is filled up with lots of low-level and not upgraded spirits. At the beginning of 1960s, when the American UFO contactee and theology PhD, theology doctor, 신학박사, Mr. F. Stranzis met an alien, he asked the alien a very clear question, whether he and his tribe believed Jesus Christ as the Savior, which question was not rational. However, the masters of Christianism or Buddhism or any other religion were dispatched to the earth from the heaven in accordance with the procedural schedule for enlightening the people on the earth. I think that there exist other shapes of religion on the other planets or universe, but I firmly believe that they are not the same as the religious groups of the earth, and they are never related with those of the earth. It is a matter of course that they have no relationship with Jesus Christ or Buddha. I presume that in the more advanced planets than the earth, the religious shapes there may not be those of the religious institutions like church or temple of the earth, but probably they are religions which are not appropriate to be called religion, but it may be called to be the individual religion, the principal motto of which is to find God in himself without any need to have saviors, mediators, or teachers like Jesus Christ or Buddha. Well, this is what Mr. Bakchano explained to us. Here, what we can understand is that the principle of cause and effect or karma is not the exclusive motto of Buddhism, but it is the principle of the universe, prevalent absolute truth, along with the principle of reincarnation. Generally, we know that in Christianism, there is no principle of reincarnation, but it is not right. The SNA faction, which Jesus Christ belonged to, was one of the three factions of Israel while Jesus Christ lived. And it is said that this faction believed in the principle of reincarnation. However, in the procedure of the integration of the Christianism principles later, the motto of the SNA faction was discarded, and therefore the principle of the reincarnation disappeared too. This fact is clearly seen on the page from 301 to 335 of the book 예수 그리스도의 메시지 2. This book is 예수 그리스도의 메시지 2. Okay. In English, New Teachings for an Awakening Humanity, published by 은하문명 Company. As a matter of fact, many people are curious about the life record of Jesus Christ from the age of 13 to 29. For there is no record of it in the Bible. But in the book of 불제자였던 예수, the lost years of Jesus, written by Elizabeth Clare, translated by Kim Young-wan in 1987. This is 불제자였던 예수, this book. Jesus Christ's life procedure during the term of his from 13 to 29 years is quite well written in this book. In this book, we can read a story that Jesus Christ lived in India and Tibet, and he mainly disciplined himself in the Buddhist temples, the record of which is still kept in the Buddhist temples of Tibet. And he taught the people of India then with the name of Isa, Isa. Furthermore, the principle of reincarnation and karma, that is cause and effect, is the cosmic law which most of the aliens approve to be the truth of the universe, and it cannot be changed at all. It is the truth all in the universe through the infinite flow of time, past, present, and future. Next, I want to tell you about UFO. First, appearance of and research for UFO. It is not any strange phenomenon that lots of unidentified and clear flying vehicles have appeared and have caused the curiosity of the people on the earth. These UFOs, that is unidentified flying object UFO, are flying planes from the world of the supernatural science, which level the scientists of the earth find hard to understand. These saucer-shaped flying objects appear in the sky without any sound, disappearing instantly, flying as though they swim in the course of a gear-shaped lane, flying upward, right-hand side, left-hand side, or downward, sometimes keeping up bright light, and sometimes staying in the air in a large group. In reality, they appear on the screen of radars, and some people have taken photos of them. What is more surprising is the fact that some persons got in them, got in the UFOs and had some dialogue with the stewards or stewardesses of UFOs. Therefore, it is not appropriate to argue whether UFO exists or not presently, for we can say that they exist surely. A scientific formula on the existence of UFO was made by scientist Frank Drake, who was a professor of Cornell University of America. Professor Drake made a formula with which we can calculate the numbers of the advanced people of the civilization living in our galaxy. These contents are in the book Cosmos, written by Carl Edward Sagan. This is the book Cosmos, very famous book, Cosmos. Page 436, page. Here, the advanced civilization people means those civilized people who have reached the astronomy with the communication of the radio wave. 무선 전파 in Korean, radio wave. The formula is as following. N equals N star shape times FP times large NE times large F large I times F small I times F small c times F large L. Here, considering all of the things in the galaxy, if we insert the appropriate numbers in the formula from N star shape to the F small c, that is N star shape times FP times NE times F large I times F small I times FC, we can attain the number of 9 times of 10. 9 times of 10. That is the number of the planets which has entered the technological civilization at least one time is nearly 1 billion. 1 billion in our galaxy. As we know well, our galaxy is composed of the stars of 300 to 400 billion stars. Here, each item has the following explanation. Here, N star means the number of the stars in the galaxy. And FP means the ratio of the stars which has planets. And NE means the number of the planets which has the ecological environment in a particular planet group. And F large I means the ratio of the planets in which there can exist living creatures in reality among the planets that have good surroundings for the living creatures to live in. And F small I, it means the ratio of the planets in which some intellectual living creatures can exist among the planets of the living creatures. And F small c, FC, the ratio of the planets in which some civilized living creatures can live with the communication technology among the planets in which some intellectual living creatures exist. And F large L, the ratio of the term of the technological civilized people. That is, the civilized people with the electronic communication technology can exist. I will tell you again, these contents are in the book Cosmos, written by Carl Sagan. This person is Carl Sagan, very famous scientist. The problem is the last factor of F large L, which means the ratio of the existence of the people with the technological civilization. If we take our Earth, for example, the technological civilization of the characteristic radio wave astronomy has nearly 100 years. The astronomy, which was born newly in the 20th century, began at a very special place. The occurrence happened at a potato field in the middle of the New Jersey state of America. In 1930s, Carl Jansky set up a very special receiver of the electronic wave at Hometown, which was the agricultural area. Still then, the area of the astronomy had depended upon the visible and small area spectrum among the whole electronic radiation spectrums. He became the first person who enlarged that sort of astronomy toward the outward area. The first step which he began for the first time opened the golden age of the electronic wave astronomy. That is electronic communication technology that is even now advancing continuously. Therefore, 100 years, this is the term of the electronic communication technology, divided by 4.6 billion years. This 4.6 billion years is the age of the Earth. Once again, 100 years divided by 4.6 billion years times 1 billion, that is 1 billion times 100 divided by 4.6 billion is 21.7. In other words, we can say that the technologically civilized people live on approximately 22 planets, and this number can be added or reduced at any rate in accordance with the development of the electronic wave communication technology. Therefore, we can say that the humanity with the electronic wave communication technology can live on nearly several thousand, several tens of thousands, or several hundreds of thousand planets in our galaxy. In short, it can be the irrational thought that the humanity live only on our Earth, just like the geocentrism, 천동설 in Korean, geocentrism. It is said that the first research program for UFO, Project Ojuma, began on April 8, 1960. This program was to find a man-made radio wave coming from the extraterrestrial space using the telescope of the electronic wave. After 10 days from the beginning, a set of artificial wave was catched by the radar, but the wave proved to be one from the airplane. And finally, the project came to an end after about 10 years. Contrary to the fact that this sort of astronomical method brought no distinct result, quite a lot of UFOs came to many parts of the Earth and drew curiosity of the people. One of which example is that they saw lots of UFOs in the process of the moon exploration.